the kisses for everybody! Everybody around the world!
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share a video that I submitted to New Japan Pro Wrestling back in June, and talk about my feelings and experience in participating in Messages for New Japan, a global call for fan video submissions congratulating New Japan on their return to live wrestling. After months of activity suspension due to the global pandemic, New Japan Pro Wrestling announced their return to live shows. On June 9th, they tweeted out to the world that New Japan was back and they wanted their fans to celebrate with them. The rules were simple. Make a short video, 15 seconds or less, preferably in landscape mode, and upload it to Twitter using the hashtag #MessageForNewJapan. The challenge for me was the deadline, before midnight Japanese Standard Time on Wednesday, June 10th. Those wishing to participate needed to act swiftly because of the limited submission window due to time zones. Personally, I was working from home, which was great, but I needed to be working or sleeping during a majority of the window of opportunity. However, on my lunch break, I managed to shoot, reshoot, reshoot, and then edit my submission. That was the easy part. Hitting send on my tweet to submit, that was the difficult part. After that, probably in second, was waiting to see if my video would be selected. It was very nerve-wracking, but I'm glad I did it. I received a very positive response to it, which was very reassuring. I cannot thank everyone enough who took the time not only to watch, but also to reply and retweet it. The reception was far greater than I had anticipated or expected, honestly. So to everyone who saw it and gave me their support, thank you so much. I am very, truly thankful. Unlike my other videos, I'm going to show you the outtakes first, because who doesn't love some wholesome dog content?
Shin Pro Wrestling. What are you doing? You want to wish them congratulations too? Oh yes. Shin Pro Wrestling が帰ってきたチュー Oh yes. We're so excited. I need you. Are you excited? I'm excited. Oh yes. Oh boom. Oh yes. Kiss kiss kiss. 新日本プロレス試合再開おめでとうございます。Welcome back より Welcome home で行こう。
On the night before their official return on June 16th, New Japan released a beautiful 11-minute video packed with messages from around the world, rejoicing in the return of New Japan. After 110 days without some of the best professional wrestling on the planet, you could truly feel the emotion in every single message. Videos were submitted in Japanese and English, with plenty of familiar faces and some amazing narration by Baron Yamazaki. I was so happy to see so many of my friends from around the world included in the video. Some I've seen at the US tours, others I finally got to meet on my trip to Japan back in January, while others I was able to befriend via international Zoom watch parties during the time we were all in COVID lockdown. As the videos were submitted on Twitter, it was also great to see all the creativity that everyone put into their videos, from cheering on their favorite wrestlers and general messages to the entire company, as well as some of the best cosplayers and some of the cutest kids I've ever seen. Oh, you mean was my video included? Unfortunately, this time around, my video wasn't selected. But you know what? I'm not upset about it. The reaction and reception I received when I initially submitted my video was more than enough. I received so many reassuring comments to both my submissions, as well as the outtake of Zelda trying to send her own personal message to the New Japan fandom. Plus, I realized well after I uploaded it that I hadn't sealed my red lipstick properly, so I had lipstick all over my teeth. So I'm not too sad that it wasn't broadcast on New Japan World and Asahi TV in Japan. I'm not going to be hypercritical of the video I submitted either. I was nervous, and I'm certain you'll notice that my voice is much higher when I speak in Japanese. It isn't me trying to sound cute or more feminine. Even though I've worked with the language for a very long time, I'm still very self-conscious about how much Japanese I've forgotten since I've stopped working in Japanese-related work fields. While I regularly communicate with friends in Japanese, there is an additional stress when you're trying not to absolutely tank on something that might very well be seen by a global audience. Keigo, or ultra-polite Japanese, has always been something I can't seem to grasp, and I didn't want my frustration to show because there were several takes before I ultimately realized I was overthinking the entire process. This was a big step for me, and I genuinely want to start making more Japanese language content as a result. Watching the final video, I got chills, and I did tear up a bit. My plans for going to Best of the Super Juniors back in May got scrapped, and then shortly thereafter, Wrestle Dynasty, which was scheduled for August at Madison Square Garden, got canceled. Like many of the other fans, I really enjoyed the unique ways that New Japan still brought us wrestling when they couldn't have live shows. But finally getting the green light to return provided something that many fans needed after a 3-month lockdown. Hope that some semblance that we were returning to a sense of normalcy. It gave us hope in a time when many of us, myself included, were really struggling. So yeah, my video didn't get picked, and that's perfectly all right with me. The process alone was something fun that I could do, and I was glad that I could share Zelda with the entire wrestling world. If you enjoyed this video, and I hope you did, please like it and share it if you can, and if you don't mind hanging around, hit that subscribe button. I am going to try to make more videos talking about not just wrestling, but this is a good start for me. Thanks for dropping by, and I hope to see you soon. Mata ne!
All the kisses for everybody! Everybody around the world! Good girl.